In this video you will learn how you can create this animated scene within PowerPoint. The techniques used in this video can be used to create almost any type of 3D isometric scene. The first step is to find some graphics for the video. Freepik.com is a great resource for this and has millions of graphics you can use, with loads of free options. For this video, let's use the airport vector graphic as seen here. Once downloaded, you will need software that can open vector graphics. In this video we are using Adobe Illustrator, however Inkscape is a free alternative you could use. When we open it, we see the full scene. The first step is to export the individual elements of the scene we want to animate. Every element that we want to be animated has to be a separate graphic. So we are going to export all the individual elements we want animated. If they are grouped together you may need to right-click and ungroup them. When exporting, ensure the resolution of the exported graphics are at a reasonable size. You don't want your graphics being pixelated. We need to export them as PNG so they maintain transparency when we bring them into PowerPoint. Now let's open PowerPoint with a blank canvas. We can go to Insert a Picture, then open the folder where the graphics were exported to. Here we can see the individual graphics that have been exported. Let's start importing them into PowerPoint and forming our scene. Now we have all our graphics sitting nicely, it's time to animate them. Without animation, we may as well have just imported the entire graphic originally into the PowerPoint. Before we animate it, let's quickly create a nice simple background for the scene. To start animating, let's select the first graphic that we want to animate into the scene. For this, it will be the base or ground. However, you can order the animations however you want. We have a variety of entrance animations to choose from, and we can choose even more that aren't initially visible at the top animation bar. As we start to animate, we can click the preview button at the top left of the Animations tab to see how it's going to look so far. For the clouds, let's animate them to float in. We want the animation to start automatically, so without a click or trigger. At the Start option at the top right, click with Previous, and then set the delay to 0. This will start the initial animation right away. We can also change the duration of the animation below it. For the other animations, we can set them to the Start with Previous animation and then we can increase the timing slightly to have them animate in after the previous animation. We can look at the animation pane to get a visual of how the animations will animate in at what time and in what order. Let's continue with animating the other elements. Now it's time to animate the airplane. We have animated it to animate into the scene, but let's animate to fly and take off. We can select the plane and add a line animation under Motion Paths. A green and red point will appear. The green point is the starting position and the red the ending position. Let's keep the green point where it currently is and move the red point away somewhere. Now let's delay the animation slightly to ensure everything else is animated in first. We can see in the animation pane that our plane animation doesn't start until every other animation is finished, which is what we want. Then change the duration of the animation to make it slightly longer. Let's make the plane disappear out the scene completely. We can also right-click the animation and then click Effect Options to bring up some additional animation options for that particular animation. Let's remove the smoothness of the in and out points. You can play around with these to make the acceleration more gradual. To add some more animation and movement to the scene, we can animate the clouds to move too. Similar to the plane animation, we can add line animations to them and animate them that way. We can then do the same to all the clouds to really bring it together nicely. Now let's see the finished product again. You can use these tips and tricks to create a variety of 3D styled scenes. FreePic has millions of graphics and a huge variety of isometric styled graphics similar to this. For some pre-animated 3D scenes you can customize, be sure to check out the Ultimate Explainer Video Toolbox. This is a collection of pre-animated PowerPoint templates, which also includes some 3D isometric scenes already animated for you that you can use and customize. You can check that out and more at www.videomastership.com. If you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something useful, leave a comment and give this video a like and be sure to subscribe for more great tutorials like this.